The Mediterranean is home to a multitude of breathtaking islands that enchant visitors with their beauty, culture, and history. From the sun-drenched beaches of Greece to the picturesque coastlines of Italy and the mysterious ruins of ancient civilizations, the Mediterranean islands offer a variety of experiences. Each island has its own unique charm and special sights to discover. Whether you are looking for relaxing beach breaks, adventurous outdoor activities, or historical sites, the Mediterranean islands offer something special for every taste. Last but not least, the Mediterranean cuisine, the pleasant climate, and the hospitable locals make a visit to one of the Mediterranean islands an unforgettable experience. We have selected the 25 best of the more than 4,000 islands in the Mediterranean for you and present the first 12 in this video. Have fun watching it. If you like this video, please support the Travel Owl channel with a like, comment, or subscription. Thank you. There are few places in the world that can offer travelers a more remarkable combination of breathtaking landscapes, pristine beaches, fascinating culture, and great experiences in such a compact form as Mallorca. Mallorca is the largest of the Balearic Islands and one of the most popular destinations in the Mediterranean, with good reason. The Balearic Islands are an autonomous region of Spain consisting of the islands of Mallorca, Menorca, Ibiza, and Formentera. The two official languages are Catalan and Spanish, and a local dialect of Catalan, Mallorquin, Mallorquí, is spoken in Mallorca. The island offers 300 days of sunshine and a varied landscape and nature that is ideal for outdoor activities such as golf, cycling, hiking, and sailing. On the numerous beaches, some of the most beautiful in the Mediterranean, you can swim, sunbathe, or relax with a cocktail. The capital of Mallorca is Palma, a vibrant city that is active and dynamic all year round, with galleries and museums, as well as a beautiful old town full of luxury boutique hotels, plenty of shopping opportunities, and a wide selection of excellent restaurants. Palma is a popular place to live and was even voted the best place in the world to live by the UK's Sunday Times. The island of Corfu is located in the Mediterranean, a few kilometers off the Albanian coast. Corfu is the northernmost of the Ionian Islands and has an area of 585 square kilometers. Alongside Crete, Rhodes, and Santorini, Corfu is one of the most popular vacation islands in Greece. Even the Austrian Empress Sicily liked Corfu so much that she had a palace built by the sea on the island in the 19th century. Corfu is considered one of the greenest islands in Greece because it rains a lot in winter and also briefly throughout the rest of the year. Mediterranean forests and more than 4 million olive trees grow here. There is also a fascinating mountain world and beautiful sandy and pebble bays with crystal clear water. At the same time, Corfu has plenty of culture to offer, such as the monasteries of Pondikonisi and Paliakastritsa, or the historic harbour town of Cassiope. The island therefore offers plenty of variety for travellers who like to explore off the popular coastal areas. Kerkyra, the capital of Corfu, has been declared a World Heritage Site. A stroll through the old town takes visitors across wide squares and past Catholic and Greek Orthodox churches. The bell tower of the main church of Agio Spiridon towers over the entire town. In the tiny alleyways of the old town, boutiques and souvenir stores line up alongside tavernas. The alleyways and cafes of the island metropolis, also known as Corfu town, are always bustling with activity. Santorini is the largest island in the Cyclades, a group of islands in the South Aegean. It is the result of a volcanic eruption that has left behind a truly picture-book setting. The picturesque landscape is characterized by red and black sandy beaches and the contrasting image of white houses and blue church domes nestled against the dark volcanic rocks. For visitors arriving by ferry, the view of the coast is a real highlight in itself. The charming villages right on the edge of the crater are the island's showpiece. Here you can stroll through winding alleyways and stores and stop off at numerous cafes and tavernas. Other popular activities on the island include hiking or boat trips along the coast. Santorini is mainly visited for its fascinating villages. The capital Hvar is one of the most popular places on the island and is also the landing stage for ferries and cruise ships, which arrive in large numbers during the summer months. In addition, Ia and Kamari in particular attract numerous visitors every year. Don't miss the Akrotiri archaeological site in the south of Santorini. It is also known as the Greek Pompeii and offers a fascinating insight into the life of the ancient Minoans. Among the beaches, Red Beach in the south of the island is particularly famous. The imposing red rock face along which it stretches gave it its name. At the crossroads of three continents lies the third largest island in the Mediterranean, Cyprus. Characterized by 10,000 years of cultural history, you will find countless sights, beautiful sandy beaches, and extremely varied nature. With pleasant temperatures all year round and a rich culture, Cyprus offers the perfect conditions for a travel experience that leaves nothing to be desired. On the west coast of Cyprus you will find Paphos, a lively little town with a palm-lined promenade and beautiful beaches where beach parties take on a whole new meaning. Northwest of Paphos is the mountainous Akamas Peninsula, which is home to sea turtles, among other things. The city of Limassol, on the southern edge of the island, is lively all year round. Stroll through the pretty old town, visit tavernas and typical local markets. Take your time and marvel at the royal tombs and ancient mosaics near Paphos on your trip to Cyprus. Stroll along the palm-lined promenade of Larnaca or explore the lively nightlife of Limassol. The Agia Napa Protaros region awaits you with beautiful sandy beaches, and you can enjoy unadulterated bathing fun with the best water quality all over the island. In addition to perfect conditions for water sports, cycling and hiking, there is also plenty of culinary delights. If you are planning an adventure tour during your Cyprus vacation, a cross-country trip to Cypriot mountain villages is the perfect choice. Here you can also watch the locals making Cypriot halloumi cheese, for example, or taste the local wines. Crete is the largest island in Greece and is located around 160 kilometers from the Greek mainland. With 300 days of sunshine a year, together with Cyprus it is the sunniest island in the Mediterranean. What makes the island so special is its versatility. Crete's varied nature invites you to go on extensive hiking tours. Climbing and cycling are also a great way to explore the beauty of the island. Bathing holidaymakers can look forward to endless dream beaches, and those interested in culture can visit numerous archaeological sites and ancient palaces. In addition, the hospitality of the Cretans and excellent Mediterranean cuisine make the island of Crete the country's most popular travel destination. There is never a dull moment on Crete. Of all the Greek islands, it is probably the most diverse, so there is something for every taste. Nature lovers should not miss the Samaria Gorge. It is the longest gorge in Europe and is perfect for exploring on foot. For those interested in culture, the Palace of Knossos, just 5 kilometers from Heraklion, is an absolute highlight of Crete. And beach holidaymakers will enjoy the numerous spectacular beaches. Crete's beaches are among the most popular in Greece. Hvar Beach in the east of the island, for example, is a great place to soak up the Greek sun. Balos Beach is a popular natural beach that can be reached by boat or on foot. Many cultures once mingled on Sicily. This is what makes the largest island in the Mediterranean so interesting as a travel destination today. Italy's southernmost province with its 5 million inhabitants can certainly be described as a melting pot. The Greeks and Romans left behind temples and open-air theatres. The Normans are to thank for a number of churches, which the Arabs added to with domes and geometric gardens. Sicily's thousands of years of eventful history have given it many faces, as well as exploitation and enslavement. Against this backdrop, the Sicilians' mistrust of everything that comes from outside or from the mainland, as they call the rest of Italy, is understandable. But even if you can't dismiss the idea of the honorable society from Mario Puzo's novel The Godfather, Sicily is a safe and pleasant place to travel to. The Cosa Nostra will certainly not want to scare tourists away. Sicily stands for sensuality, tradition and culture. Its most important cities are the lively, partly Arab-influenced Palermo with 750,000 inhabitants in the northwest of the island and the no less lively Catania in the east. From Catania, you can reach the exciting volcano Mount Etna, which is not only ideal for hiking but also for skiing. Messina, with its important seaport, lies to the northeast. Rocky Ragusa can be found on the southeast coast of Sicily and Baroque Trapani on the west coast. Taormina, with its Roman theatre and fantastic views of Mount Etna, attracts the most tourists, as does Cefalù with its sandy bay and fishing romance. Many people know the third largest Balearic island of Ibiza, known as Ibiza in Catalan, primarily for its famous clubs where well-known DJs play. But Ibiza offers much more than just a party feeling. Sun worshippers and beach lovers enjoy the fantastic beaches and bays lined with white sand on the turquoise blue, clear Mediterranean Sea. On a coastline of around 210 kilometers, there are wide dream beaches with fine sand, hidden, small bays, dune landscapes and, in the north, the wildly romantic cliffs. Those interested in culture will discover a wide variety of attractive cultural assets in the island's interior. Due to Ibiza's wealth of culture, the island is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The magnificent natural landscapes are very popular with hikers and cyclists for scenic tours. Ibiza is rather sparsely populated outside of the larger towns. Rural houses or fincas are mainly found on the rugged island. The capital is Ibiza town in the east and is rather small with a population of around 50,000. One of the island's most famous sites is the old town of Ibiza, including its historic fortress walls, which can be visited. In addition, the pretty cathedral towers over the city, where you can see the beautiful altar of Maria de las Nieves. There are also many restaurants and stores here, as well as some of the island's most famous clubs. The Republic of Malta is located in the Mediterranean, not far from Italy and a vacation in Sicily, and is one of Europe's mini-states. Anyone looking for a beach break peppered with cultural highlights will be drawn to a Malta vacation. Even an evening stroll along the harbour makes it clear that Malta is a melting pot of dozens of different cultures and religions, diverse ethnicities and interesting people. The island's capital Valletta impresses with its beautiful architecture, narrow streets and pretty churches. There are small bays all around the island where you can snorkel, swim and sunbathe. If you've had enough of the bustling city, you can head north, where the sister islands of Gozo and Comino await you with further treasures. Game of Thrones fans in particular should put Malta on their bucket list, as you will recognize some of the backdrops from the popular series here. Come along and be inspired by beautiful Malta. There is hardly a better description for the regions of Corsica, for this scenically and culturally diverse island, than island of beauty. The north offers numerous attractive destinations for beach vacationers and hikers alike. Whether the finger-shaped Cap Corse Peninsula, the Collonge de Piana, Calvi, Bastia or Ajaccio, the diversity of Corsica's regions is incomparable and makes for spectacular postcard motifs for photographers. The fertile region between Cap Corse and the desert Desagriates is known as Nebbio. Vineyards and olive groves characterize the landscape. The southern regions of Corsica are home to countless natural treasures and historical sites. The picturesque alleyways of the harbour towns are a popular excursion destination, especially during the summer vacations. The gleaming white chalk cliffs of Bonifacio are one of the island's landmarks, and a visit to the south should not be missed. The cliffs, which are up to 75 meters high, stretch over a length of around 30 kilometers and, on a clear day, you can see as far as the northern tip of Sardinia. The stairway of the King of Aragon takes you down to the foot of the cliffs. The beaches in the south of the island are picturesque and offer vacationers bright white sandy beaches, small islands, turquoise blue shimmering water and a marine fauna that is second to none. The white beaches of Santa Giulia and Palambaggia are certainly among the most beautiful on the island. Blue skies and bright sunshine are your constant companions on Hvar. For this reason, the island is home to Croatia's rich and famous, as well as numerous tourists from all over the world. If you are looking for peace and seclusion, you will have to search here. However, you will be offered a varied vacation destination that not only impresses with its good weather, but also with beautiful beaches, breathtaking nature, an interesting culture, a vibrant city and wild parties for party animals. Hvar is also known as the Lavender Island, because in early summer the lavender blooms in every corner and transforms the island into a sea of purple flowers. Otherwise, the island is rather green with Mediterranean pine forests and numerous pine trees and maquis. On the beaches, on the other hand, you will find numerous palm trees lining the promenades and giving the sea a Caribbean flair. And as if that wasn't enough variety, wine is even grown on the plain of Stari Grad, right next to silvery, glistening olive trees. This so-called agar field in the center of the island has been used for agriculture since ancient times and is now UNESCO World Heritage Site. Finally, Hvar also impresses with its numerous bathing bays with fine sand or gravel, which are hidden behind rugged coastal cliffs. So if you're lucky, you'll still find the peace and seclusion you're looking for along the 300 kilometers of Adriatic coastline. Sardinia is the second largest island in Italy and is located in the middle of the Mediterranean. Sardinia is located south of Corsica. With a total length of 1,840 kilometers, Sardinia is the region with the highest proportion of coastline in the whole of Italy. The sea is clear and practically free of any kind of pollution. Many of Sardinia's beaches are now nationally and internationally renowned and popular vacation resorts, such as Villa Simius, the Costa Smeralda and the coast of Alghero. Numerous other beaches, no less beautiful, have managed to retain their wild naturalness by avoiding mass tourism either partially or completely. You will be amazed by the small coves that hide unspoiled corners and crystal-clear waters. The incredible works of art that nature has created over the centuries in the caves that lead right into the heart of the island. The fact that Sardinia is such an ancient land means that there are no longer any high mountains on the island due to erosion by wind and rain. However, there are many mountainous zones, characterized by plateaus and groups of hills. The historical and archaeological evidence of this region is countless. The most famous of these are undoubtedly the nuraghi. There are a good 7,000 of them spread across the island, 1 per 3 square kilometers, and they are the most impressive megalithic monuments in Europe. The Greek island of Mykonos is one of the most popular vacation islands in Greece. Around 10,000 islanders live permanently on the approximately 105 square kilometers island all year round. While winter on Mykonos is comparatively quiet and leisurely, the island awakens from its hibernation from April onwards. By midsummer at the latest and just in time for the high season, the island of Mykonos experiences its heyday, when thousands of visitors flock to the island to experience the island's unmistakable advantages for themselves. Mykonos is a world-famous island and boasts a reputation among party-loving target groups as a luxury party island. In the peak summer months, partygoers from all over the world flock here to enjoy the upscale and glamorous party scene with its renowned DJs and musicians. Although Mykonos is primarily associated with partying, this does not apply to the entire island and is also a question of the time of year you visit. In the spring months and late summer, Before the start and towards the end of the party season, you will find the island of Mykonos rather quiet and calm. The alleyways of Mykonos town, which can be crowded and sometimes impenetrable during the hot party season, are rather cozy and dreamy at these times of year.